So it's Monday. What a weekend it's been. I went to the post office twice on Friday because I could start to see that orders were gonna stack up over the weekend. So to get ahead of the game, I thought I'll go to the post office again. I packed like 8 orders after already going, but again, still over the weekend there's been 32 orders to show you basically. So I'm just going to move this. We always come to the unit on a Sunday, pack what we can to get ahead of the game. So let me move this, and then somehow I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3. We're going to stick. I'm going to show you four of my favourite orders today. Yeah, going to do that. 1 second. Right, so now the option is, what do I show you as number one? We have to start with Rocky. It's my favourite film series of all time, and because of that, I love the figures. So, in at number one, there's been a few Rocky sales, but it's Apollo Creed. That's my favourite. So this is a 1983 Apollo Creed figure. It's the first line of figures that were made from the Rocky series, and on the back, it'll be hard to see, but I'll try and put a picture on. On the back, it's got the trademark of United Arts Corp, and that's basically the company that took a risk on Sylvester Stallone and helped him give him a budget to make the first Rocky film. And yeah, what a risk that was for them, because it's resulted in six Rocky films, and then obviously there's been spin-offs to that, and you just think what Sylvester Stallone has gone on to do. So really nice figure. And what I really like about this, obviously it's from the 1980s, but you can tell like it's a really old figure, and there's something like quite charming about it. So we'll get this one packed up and sent on to that collector now. I'm not sure what it's like where you are, but this morning there is like a serious drop in temperature. It's absolutely freezing, but we've had a good summer, so you can't complain. We've had a good summer. And on an interesting note, today DM Collectors Lounge is effectively 2 years old. So I class it as officially being 2 years old now, because this time 2 years ago I quit my full-time job where I used to work in a leisure centre, and said to myself, like, it's again taking risks in life, but yeah, I decided to take the risk and try and do this full time, and I've been doing it for 2 years now, full time, which is like amazing. And when I look at like where it is now compared to when I started, it genuinely is amazing. And it does also show that if you can put like say 8 hours of work into yourself instead of like somebody else, it's surprising what you can achieve. Like, obviously the business isn't where I want it to be long term, but in terms of what I'm doing now, like, it's doing really well. And yeah, it's just got to keep at it. But it's like, I put a post on my Instagram story today. Well, I'm going to put a post on my Instagram story later, just showing yeah, that it's like celebrating that it's 2 years old, because it is something to be celebrated. Like, many companies will go out of business within the first year, and we're still going, and if we're still going, it means we can still keep growing, and yeah, connecting with the collectors, which is amazing. So I'll stop waffling, and I'm just going to get this packed up. So that's number one done. We're going to mix it up and show you a few different collectibles today, because there's been such like variety over the weekend. In at number two, we're going to go with this. So it's been on the store for a while, but again, it does show that eventually everything goes. So we've got the Infinity Gauntlet Marvel hand. It's, for me, I feel like the black boxes, when it comes to Lego, they're aimed more at like your adults rather than say like a young child. I'm just going to see if the so yeah, on the age range it does actually say 18 plus, because they're not the easiest things to install or build, is probably a better word. But it makes for like such a nice piece. Now, for me as a kid, there's two types of people. You've got one person who opens the box, puts the instructions on the table, and then puts all like the pieces in an order so that you can easily find it and then easily build it. And then you've got like the other guy who basically rips open the box, throws the instructions, and just starts building whatever they see. So, for me, my parents definitely would have been better just buying me like a mixed bundle of Lego, because something like this, as a child, I would have just ripped it open and built whatever I wanted. So, yeah, that was definitely the child I was. But really nice piece, and again, you know this is going to make for like such a nice display. Probably go into like a Marvel collector, and it looked great on an office desk, like bedroom side table, games room. But yeah, get that one packed up and sent on to them now. So that's number 2 packed up. Then for number 3, we're going to move away from Lego and Rocky, and we're going to move to wrestling. It's one of my most popular categories. Like I said, we've had 32 orders sell over the weekend. 32 orders go out over the weekend, and the majority of them are dominated by wrestling. But this is my favourite. So it's a ringside exclusive Ultimate Warrior. It is hard to pick up on the camera, but I'll put a picture on just to show you. But yeah, really nice image of Ultimate Warrior from WrestleMania. It's going to makes for like a really nice display again. But yeah, just captures everything. And then on the top, you've got the ringside exclusive. And the boxes are really nice size, actually. It's not too big. And yeah, just the box itself, the packaging's really nice. It's got a lot going on. And he's got his obviously classic entrance gear. But yeah, get that one packed up and sent on to them now. Today's a busy day, I can feel it. Like, I always say to you, get to the unit on a Sunday just to get ahead of the game. But within like the last 24 hours, there's been a lot more orders going out. So I know it's 6:15 now. I know I'm probably not going to get out of here still, maybe until like 7:30. It still sounds very early, but there's just a lot I need to be doing today. Like, I've got a bunch of loose wrestling figures laid out, because I'm going to get my multi-listings up to date. I'll put images on there, but there's like 3 multi-listings for my loose Mattel figures, and it's time I get them updated. And that's obviously like a full day in itself. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done today. So I feel like with all the packing I've got left to do, I'm chasing the game a little bit, but just got to crack on and get it done. And then there's like editing this video, getting that out, going to the post office, doing all that jazz. Right, so that's number 3 packed, and then there's one more to show you, just because they've bought 2 Rocky figures, the 2 nice Rocky figures, and it's also a repeat customer. So the person who bought these, they actually buy quite a lot of wrestling figures off me, so it's quite nice to see them still checking out the store and going from wrestling to the Rocky figures. But here we've got the Jakks Pacific, 2 Rocky figures, Rocky Balboa from the Rocky Balboa, the final Rocky film. You've got Sylvester Stallone, you've got him there basically in the Rocky gear, entrance ring, and then you've got Thunder Lips, which is from Rocky 3, Hulk Hogan, when he classically did the charity match with Rocky and threw him about the ring, and then the match finishes as a draw, probably just to save any more carnage, but it finishes with a draw. Rocky going to town on Thunder Lips. But yeah, 2 like really nice figures that capture the essence of Rocky, really. So we'll get these packed up and sent on to them now. So that's number 4 packed. I could literally show you all the collectibles that I've sold this weekend, because they are all like really nice pieces. But I'm going to continue packing what sold last night, and then I'll run through and show you the other collectibles to leave the Collectors Lounge. 2 secs. Right, job's a good one. So, like I said, all 32 orders are packed. It's now 7:03, so it's going to get close to that 7:15. Like I said, what else has sold? We had a Sid Justice Hasbro wrestling figure, a wrestling accessory bundle. This was a nice set. So this was some vintage Thunderbirds figures by toy company Matchbox. Normally associate Matchbox with like Toy Toys, but yeah, they made Thunderbirds figures and the rockets too. Wrestling accessory again. This was for two modern wrestling t-shirts. They are official WWE brands of some vintage wrestling t-shirts. So yeah, two modern ones gone there. This is for a Spider-Man Marvel comic, issue 188, I think. In October, there's going to be loads of comics going on. So if you're into your Marvel and DC, I'd say check out the eBay store because there'll be a lot going on. Next, we've got a vintage football pennant. Local team, I think. Spennymoor FC. Wrestling accessory bundle. This is for 4 Playboy magazines ranging from the 1990s to the early 2000s. Yeah, make for some like really interesting reads. Sami Zayn wrestling figure, boxed. What's this one? Oh, this is a good one. So this is for a boxing program. I'm always on the lookout for boxing programs because they're really good reads, and I think they make like really nice pieces for the wall if you frame them. But this is Joe Kawasaki v Bernard Hopkins. Yeah, another yeah, great boxer. This is for 2 wrestling figures, Eddie Guerrero and Perry Saturn from the Heat series. Let's have a look. Wrestling accessory bundle. Wrestling accessory. This is a good one. So this is AEW figure, CM Punk. I think I could potentially have 2 of these, but they're really popular. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the box design, but the figure itself is a nice figure. What else? This is the first. What was that sound, man? This is for the first Funko Pop that sold on the wrestling figure Funko Pop multi-listing that I made. Naomi, she sold. Hasbro wrestling bundle. Wrestling accessory bundle. Wrestling figure bundle. Wrestling bundle. This is for a New York Nets vintage pin badge, basketball. Wrestling bundle. I think that's for a wrestling figure belt. Not wrote down what it is inside. And this, we finish with 2 absolute, yeah, it's surprising they've not made it in the top whatever, but it shows how busy it's been this weekend. So this is for Paulie, which is, again, a Jax figure from the Rocky series. I think the red attire is, this came in as like a triple set with Apollo Creed, Rocky, and Paulie in there, so it's quite a rare figure. And then we've also got, finish with an absolute legend, Rocky Balboa. Not sure what series this is from actually, but it's in his classic USA colours. Really nice figure. So yeah, tops it off. And what a way to celebrate 2 years of DM Collectors Lounge. Like I always say, leave a comment. Let me know like what your favourite collectible is here. Give the video a like, and if you enjoy collectibles, subscribe to the store. Post quite a bit. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in a bit.